Aw. Oh.
3, 2, 1. I'm cosplaying as a
Wook.
slash biker in their 50s. What's going on, everybody? You know what I did today?
Drank 2 beers in the sun.
That.
What
and
else?
then after I drank 2 beers in the sun, I saw an ad. Actually, no, it was before. But did you, Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer, you know, I listened to their Two Bears pod.
Yes.
They put out a vodka.
No way, really?
Yeah. It's called Por Osos, which is translates to by bears. And they did like a limited run in Texas or some shit. I think they like unveiled it and did like a big party in Austin or something like that.
What? You're on the pre-order waiting list
And
for Los Angeles?
So they sold out in Texas, and then they are doing like a limited run in California and Florida. And Tom Segura came on my Instagram feed and told me about it, and I said, fine, I'll do it. And I went on the website honestly expecting it to be like a $40 bottle of fucking vodka or something.
Fair.
It's $21.
It's not bad.
Yeah. So I fucking ordered that shit.
I was talking shit on you yesterday when I was at the grocery store.
To who?
To Justine. Because I was like, the fucking David wants to be a Kettle One household, and Kettle One is literally double the price of Trader Joe's vodka.
It is?
Yeah. It's the Trader Joe's vodka's 11 or 12, and the Kettle One's 22 or 23.
I've heard from many people that vodka is like the piss vodka is piss vodka, but then like middle shelf vodka and top shelf vodka, the margin of difference is very slim.
I would agree with that.
I haven't had enough.
Because you can tell when you drink Vlad or like
Platinum 7X.
Platinum 7X.
Shout out to Platinum. Oh my God. That shit that's what we used to drink in like my freshman year of college.
Yeah.
It was fucked
I'm not
up.
going to say that like Tito's and Kettle One and all of it tastes the same. I feel like you can taste slight differences between them, but like, and Grey Goose and whatever you fucking rich fancy fucks drink that's better than that I haven't even heard of. They don't all taste exactly the same, but it is I would say they're pretty similar.
I feel like I can tell a difference between Kettle and Tito's though.
Did I talk about the bottle of vodka that was given to me by a priest on the podcast?
No.
It wasn't given
hear.
to me. It was given to my coworker. But a priest made homemade vodka. I will not disclose who. I don't even know what his name is anyways. So fuck off. Fucking ATF? Yeah.
ATF.
Yeah.
What is that?
The alcohol and firearms. Fucking
okay. Yeah, because he's making hooch.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway,
what,
he gave
made
it to he made it. He gave it to my coworker. I tried a little sippy poo, and it was fucking so good.
Really?
It was so good. Yeah, it was. It was warm as shit too, and it was good. It was crazy.
Ew.
Yeah, it was wild. It's like very, like vodka's made from like either corn or potatoes.
Sure.
It like was very like you could taste that it was made from those things. It was really interesting. So anyway, that was cool.
Just a quick reminder to everybody: there's a D in vodka. It's not vodka. Vodka. You know those people who say vodka, vod, with a D.
I agree.
I just have a personal vendetta against those kinds of people.
Those kinds of people are where we grew up, and that's it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's a Philly Delco.
You sure?
Yes.
Okay. No.
Take it back.
Take it back. No.
Just kidding.
Who's that girl? Debbie Ryan. You know her?
No.
She was like a Disney star. She was on like Sweet Life on Deck.
Oh, yeah.
I remember
think I know
watching
her.
it. She did like a TV show years later, like an adult show. And in the show, I remember her saying vodka. And that was the first time I ever noticed a difference. I was
She
like,
could be from the East Coast.
she could. I guess she could.
Who knows?
Oops. Who's texting? Sorry.
Ah.
Yeah, so I bought the Pour Osos.
Nice. Are you excited?
Yeah, I'm excited to try it.
Me too.
I feel like every fucking celebrity has an alcohol.
I want to try Bodega Cat whiskey, the Mark Normand, Sam Morrill whiskey. That's the one that I want to try.
Have you heard of Brendan Schaub's like Tiger Thick
What is that?
whiskey? Just with the stupidest name on the fucking planet.
Everybody's got one, dude.
That's what I'm saying. They have whiskey.
Everyone.
The Rock has a tequila. Now
Kevin Hart makes Cristalino, which is a tequila essentially.
should we make a beer?
Sure.
You can get like fucking kits just like on Amazon. Just like
Yeah,
brew
I'm
your
sure
own.
that's what they're all doing too.
Well, no, they're not. But like, we obviously aren't gonna hit up a manufacturer and be like, "Give me 10,000 fucking bottles."
That'd be
But
sick.
I don't know. You guys tell us if we brewed.
Maybe
Nobody
that'll
loves
be, maybe
you.
that'll be the first merch drop that we do. Is we'll let you guys pay for some sort of a subscription service that just happens to include us sending you one-off cans of beer with custom
The
labels on it.
legality of that is probably way above.
No,
our
you're
pay
not paying
grade.
for beer. We're not distributing alcohol. You're paying to be a member of a club on the internet that just happens to send you beer as a gift.
You know, I didn't have to put in any age verification for the Pour Osos thing.
What? Well,
Yeah.
they probably will ask you before they ship it. Did you pay for it already?
Yeah, I fucking paid
Whoa.
credit card, and they didn't. I didn't have to like.
Could you imagine doing that shit when you were like under 21? How sketched out you'd be? Like,
Yeah.
Remember ordering bongs or something like that on the internet when you were a kid? Like, oh, I'm gonna get caught. I
Yeah.
thought the police were gonna like intercept the package and shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
remember
what was
getting
it?
remember getting
what was-
fake IDs?
Yeah, I do remember. But what was the web? It was called Go-Go Pipes.
Yeah.
Go-Go Pipes in like 2000 and how old were we in like late middle school? What year was that?
2012, 2013.
I think it was a little late, like 2013 to 2014, something like
Yeah,
that.
something like that.
Yeah, that's what you'd go on Go-Go Pipes and you'd buy like fucking bongs, and then you'd have to find a kid whose like parents were cool, and they like wouldn't open the packages, and you'd ship it to their house,
Yeah.
and then you'd get your fucking bong.
I remember we bought one and we just shipped it to Andrew's house. And I remember it was after they came when like after school. So Andrew and I were both at his house and we knew that it was coming that day. And we were like at the windows like, where is it? And Mr. and Mrs. Harvey were like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? And the package came and Andrew was like, don't open it, it's mine. And they were like, and Mr. Harvey was like, fucking with us. Like, what do you guys got there? What's in there? And Mrs. Harvey was like, I know what it is. And Andrew was like, no, it's nothing. Forget about it. They're like, it's a fucking pipe. We know it.
That's hilarious.
And it was, we were just denying it. Like, no, it's not.
Yeah,
But
and
we're going to go upstairs and open it.
and then buying fake IDs, you get them on the internet. I don't know if it's considered the dark web, but like you'd go to idgod dot something.
Who knows? They changes the domain like every year because they get fucking caught. Probably.
Yeah, but you would like order your fake IDs and it would show up in like a little package of like, I think ours came in like chopsticks. It was like nice chopsticks or something like that. Like not disposable ones, like reusable chopsticks.
Yeah.
It was like a box, and then you like opened the box, and then underneath were your fake IDs.
I never saw what mine came in because it didn't ship to me. It shipped to one of my other friends that got it with me. But, dude, I was the one that like handled like walking deep into West Philly to the closest Western Union and wiring them money. And it was so sketchy, bro.
Yeah.
Just like Western. I'd never used a money order ever in my life. That's the only time I've ever used a money order. And I was like, and I walked into like a grocery store, like further west than like UPenn's campus. So like probably like 49th Street, which if you're familiar with Philly is past where people that are going to school at UPenn usually will walk to.
Yeah.
And I walk into this grocery store, which is under a parking garage, and the Western Union is like encased in like 4-inch thick bulletproof glass. And I was like, do you know how to do this? It was fucking crazy. I was 18.
Yeah. I remember our friend who I bought my fake IDs with, they got like shipped to his house, and then I went to college. So he sent... and we went to college, and it was still hadn't arrived at his house, whatever. And then when it did arrive at his house, he went and bought birthday cards and then sent them up to us saying happy birthday. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Shout out to illegal activities.
Yep. Fun thing about fake IDs.
Did you get yours taken?
The first time, so they send you 2 copies, right? It got taken from me the first time I used it, the first one. And the second one got taken from me a month before my 21st birthday.
That's beat.
Yeah. And it was literally like, do you remember that store around the corner from our house on Willington? And they were like, don't try to use a fake ID there. It never works. They'll take it. Mm-hmm. I was walking home one day and I was like, I just want a 6-pack. It's fine. They won't fucking take it.
Yeah, that's not how that works. It's not the quantity.
I figured it's like, I don't look like some kid with like, because I was essentially 21 years old at that point, and I'm just buying like a 6-pack. I'm not buying like 230 racks or some shit like that. Like, not overly suspicious, right? And I'd done it 1,000 times, and I had used it successfully at that store, but it was with a different clerk. And he looks at my ID. He's like, "What's the fucking birthday?"
Oh, he asked you.
He asked how old I was or some shit like that. And I was like, I'm 24, because at that point it said I was 24.
Dude, I know what you looked like at 21 years old. You did not look 24.
Well, because it used to say that I was 21 when I was 18.
That's the one that's funny, because when you get a fake ID like early, by the time you're like 20 years old, it's like, oh my God, I'm 27. Mortgages.
Colin used to use Connor's fake ID. So Colin, when he was like 17, was telling people he was 27 years old or some shit. Oh God. Funny as shit. But yeah, so he fucking was like, all right, here's the thing. We can either wait for the police to get here to tell me whether or not this is fake, or I'm going to take it. And I said, you got me. And I fucking left.
Yeah.
And then I waited patiently for 30 days, and then I turned 21.
You think, so like if a cop sees a fake ID in your wallet, do you think they just like take it and like rip it up? Or do you think they like prosecute kids? And also, what the fuck is the penalty for a fake form of identification? A fake state form of identification. It seems like it's a felony.
I think it is.
Should we Google that?
Yeah. Well, I think it's like, it also depends on like, are you trying to pass it off to a cop or a state? Like, are you,
how do I go?
I'm sure.
Sentencing for fake ID. That's a good Google, right?
I don't know.
16 months, 2 years, 3 years in county jail.
Holy shit. What the fuck?
A fine of $10,000.
$10,000 or a year and a half in prison? Oh my God.
Could you imagine being fucking 19 and you're like, yeah, dude, let's get a pack of natty, and then you do 2 fucking years in county.
Jesus Christ. All right. We were just kidding.
Don't do that.
None of that actually happened. We never had fake IDs.
Yeah, I wonder what kids do now. Probably the same shit.
Same shit, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just wondering like what the website is. How did we even find out?
It's probably been a thing for a while, to be honest. I mean, I'm sure ID God is still... I actually overheard people talking about it. I don't remember if I was home or if I was still here, but I overheard people talking about ID God recently.
Yeah. You ever think about like... This is cliche and stupid, and I feel like I'm not really old enough to say this kind of thing, but like... People talk about the difference between like when we were younger and you would buy like weed or something like that.
Yeah.
You would just get like regular weed and you would just like
Smoke it in an apple.
Yeah, smoke it in an apple or a Pepsi can or whatever. Yeah. And then like now younger kids are all getting like towards the end of high school. I know kids were doing this. They'd be getting like dab pens and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Because that was a thing when
cartridges and shit.
Yeah, and we were in like our late high school, kids were like getting dead because they would smoke some like cart that was filled with.
Well, yeah, I feel like when they
shit.
first emerged, it was just a way for people to like smoke dabs. Was like the cartridges, and they were really potent. And I don't think just like low potent weed oil became a thing until a little bit later, or maybe it always was, and everybody was just fucking stupid and buying like the most potent shit they could get their hands on. But yeah, I remember working at the gas station and like there would be kids working there that were younger than us.
Quick reference. Karl and I, you guys need to know this about our personality to understand who we are. For many years throughout college, Karl and I worked at a full service gas station in our hometown.
Where we essentially would just do what we're doing right now, but while pumping gas for old fucks.
Yeah. So
and
like
saying heinous things and we're like, you need change?
Yeah, because you and I would get in like, there was like a few times where you and I would like argue.
Yeah, from across the parking lot. Be like, fuck you.
Yeah,
what are you doing? Filling up? You're a fucking idiot, dude. Yeah, but I remember like near the tail end of us working there would be newer kids and probably like they would still be in high school, just doing like a summer job. And which was a fucking trip. That shit made me feel so old. Like,
yeah, when you were in
working
college
with like a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And they didn't ever buy weed. They were just, I remember one of them asking me to go and buy him a battery for like a vape, like just the bottom half of a vape because he had cartridges already.
Did you do it?
Fuck no.
Yeah.
Not because I give a shit, but fuck off. Find somebody else. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Gosh, memories.
The next
Degenerate
generation.
memories.
You seen that thing? What the fuck is her name? The Dance Moms girl. And she's like,
This is a newer thing?
Newish. And she's saying that she's making like a new genre called gay pop. And everyone's like shitting on like the fuck.
So one girl, a girl that used to be on the show Dance Moms, is now trying to be a pop star.
Yeah. Justine, what's her name?
Oh, JoJo Siwa. She was on Dance Moms.
Siwa. Yeah.
I've heard her name before. Okay, so is she gay?
I guess. And she's like, I'm making gay pop.
Yeah.
And everyone's like shitting on it because it's like, that's not.
Yeah,
because she's not making it. She's not. The genre is just pop music.
I heard somebody shit on her. I can't remember where I was. Maybe I was at work, and they were like, "Are you fucking stupid? Celine Dion is alive." Like,
yeah.
Whatever, bro. How old is she?
I have no idea. No, I was just asking if you heard about it.
I heard about it. I mean, I don't. Yeah, I mean, I understand why people have to shit on her. You know, because she's saying something kind of moronic. But like, can you blame her? She's young. She's been famous her entire life, famous for kind of weird shit, like being on Dance Moms and now being like a young pop star. Like,
yeah.
Kanye says fucking crazy shit all the time. Everybody says crazy shit all the time.
Yeah, don't do being young or mentally unstable, you know, or both or whatever, and being in like a position of fame has got to be so fucked up.
Also, do you know how fucking stupid it is to self-proclaim that you are inventing or revolutionizing a genre?
Careful what you say, Karl. So many fucking people say that these days.
That's fucking great. What do you mean? Be careful of who?
No, I mean, not actually be careful, but I'm just saying like that is very common on like fucking.
That's fucking dumb.
Yeah.
That's dumb. I don't care who it is. And I don't care if it's true because you can't do that by yourself.
It's like giving yourself a nickname.
Exactly.
It's fucking dumb.
It's
You
dumb as
can't
shit.
be like, I'm inventing a new genre.
Yeah.
It's just other people have to be like, no, that's different. It's like inventing a new nickname or your own nickname.
Yeah, David, can you call me K from now on?
So fucking lame. Woo. Yeah. How do you feel about the general progression of pop music these days? I know that's a loaded question. Do you like it? Do you not like? Let me give my opinion.
Dude, I swear to God, I'm gonna fucking splice together every moment in this podcast someday where that happens, where you ask me a question, you go, I'll tell you what I think. Anyway,
I think
go ahead.
I think pop music is whatever. I think pop is still pop. But what I think is interesting is that with the rise of streaming platforms where everything is personalized, you can create your own playlists and you can find so much music at the tips of your fingers, that the idea of a singular genre being exponentially more popular than another is dwindling. I'm not going to say it doesn't exist, because obviously the pop charts are a thing. But just you can get so much more like niche now. Like there can be genres and bands that you can come across that have huge fan bases that you've never heard of. I mean, we kind of talked about this in a previous episode, but like, the ability.
Yeah, I think it's also because of like, there's so many more people that make music now,
The
like,
barrier of entry is so much lower.
yeah. And like, I can't remember what your exact point was when we were talking about the vault, but you were saying like it used to be like 10 artists were the fucking shit at a time, and now it's like 1,000 or 10,000 or whatever
the number is.
Yeah. Which all of that I think is what is helping blur those lines, because also growing up with streaming, which we didn't grow up entirely with streaming, but the latter half.
By the time we were old enough to really get like our own music taste, I feel like streaming was in.
I didn't get Spotify until 2017, but yes, like,
well, you didn't, but
a lot
Spotify,
of people had it. It was a thing. It was a thing for sure.
And you don't really have your own musical opinions until you're like, I don't know how old. No. I feel like I didn't. No, that's not true.
I was kind of a hipster from day one. I remember like Jake, Andrew, and I listening to Guns N' Roses and judging other people when we were in like 5th grade.
Yeah, I didn't really have like, dude. I just listened to like what my dad listened to. My brother, I would just like steal my brother's iPod and just listen to what he had. So I never really had like my own musical identity until I was like probably like 12 or 13. I don't even know what I fucking started listening to then. Either way, as you were saying, I actually don't know what. I think you finished your point.
I think I did, yeah. But the lines are blurred. Oh, the point I was trying to make was that the further we get into this era, the more people that are making music that grew up being able to listen to anything, so their influences are all over the place.
That's a really interesting insight and point. I like that.
Yeah.
I haven't thought about that, but like a lot. Wow. Hang on. Let me do something real quick.
Hello.
That's really interesting because I was just talking to Justine about this, and I was saying that design for like products, furniture, and like everything, just general design from like 2004 to like 2014, 15, 16 was like the worst thing ever.
Sure.
Like I hate that shit.
Yeah.
But now I'm starting to like new stuff. Like stuff comes out and I'm like, damn, that looks spiffy. That looks sleek.
Yeah.
And Justine brought up the point. She's like, yeah, but it's just because everyone's taking influence from previous generations' design. And I agree with that. I think, there's a lot of influence from like, there's so many Facebook marketplaces just littered with mid-century modern chair, right? And
Yeah,
that's
quite
interesting. Yeah, it's quite. So I think you're right. Like the access to so many generations prior is the defining cohort of our generation's creativity, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, the fuck do you think like Bob Dylan listened to growing up? Probably not much.
Yeah.
He probably read a lot more than our generation does, to be honest. Like fucking reading books and shit. But,
Books.
I don't know. Just seems to make sense. Bob Dylan seems like a reader to me.
Yeah, he's definitely. Yeah, Bob Dylan definitely reads.
He reads.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, and it's just going to keep. Where the fuck do you think hyperpop comes from, bro? People are all confused and jacked up on ADHD medication and fucking, and it's like, I don't know. I also feel like you can track like the evolution of music like pretty easily through like what the most popular genres were from decade to decade. And then like you said, now it's like, what the fuck is going on? It's like, well, because you have somebody that wants to make music from the 1960s and then all of a sudden they like, oh, but like 1960s, but rap, but also Nirvana. And it's like, Jesus Christ. Like, and then add a lap steel.
Yeah,
it's all over the place.
Although there definitely is like a big push for like rock music now. I feel like rock music from like 2011 to 2016 was dominated by the sounds of people like Mac DeMarco and Tame Impala, like that sort of indie rock sound, the kind of stuff that we like. And I think we're coming on the edge of not the death, but like, how everybody had chorus pedals on their guitar?
Yes.
I think we're coming out of the chorus pedal era. I think we're coming back to distortion. I feel like distorted guitar, I mean, this is kind of going against what I'm saying of like that there's not a singular popular genre, but whatever. I'm going to contradict myself because you know why? I don't think about my points before I say them.
Yeah. We don't have to either. It's a podcast. If you're
Sue me.
If you're trusting what we're saying, you're the idiot. And look, we both have shoes on today, you fucking freaks. Suck my dick. Anyway, so you were saying with your half-baked point, the second of the day, maybe the third.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there is a little bit of a push for rock
Everybody
music.
just wants to fucking punch holes in walls again, bro. I'm so excited.
Do you think that there's like, I'm sure there's a documentary that probably describes this, but like the reason that grunge got so big in the 90s, do you think there was something else going on in the world that the underlying feeling was like angst and anger?
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to coin a term right now because I just thought of it and I think it's sick. It's called new genre, PPP. It's post-pandemic punk.
Post-pandemic punk. Okay.
And it's coming for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean,
I think so? I think that makes sense.
Yeah. Everybody wants to get sweaty and elbow each other again.
So generally you would say you're excited for the music to come.
Yeah.
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 There was
absolutely.
a moment, dude. There was a moment there where I was like not stoked about the new music coming out. Like pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
I remember just being like, dude, there's
DJO's album got me out of that a little bit. DJO, yeah. I guess I want to bring it up here too. I've been talking about it with a few different people. But you know how fucking inflated my ego got that I had that album on our top 10 list like months ago, and then End of Beginning popped off on TikTok and it's like huge now and everybody's talking about him and his album, and I was like, God, I got fucking receipts, bitch. I told you that shit was good.
You are a fucking hipster to your core. It's insane.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, I am too, but
no, yeah. I mean, I preface like saying that to everybody I said it to. I'm like, I'm gonna say something that's so fucking insufferable right now, but I've been talking about how good this album is for so fucking long. But yeah.
Can you go hit the computer, Karl?
Yes.
Stand by. Yeah. Maybe one day we'll make enough money where we can not have to stand up and adjust the camera and fucking hit the computer. But not today.
I have a feeling that there's a way that we can dive into the settings of this camera to make it not do that.
We cannot.
I don't believe you.
Okay. I don't know. Anyway, what basically has to happen every time, this is like, it's a DSLR, and I guess DSLRs have something in them where they can't record over 30 minutes. So when we go over 30 minutes, I have to go and start. I have to stop it and start it again.
Oh,
So anyway, you can. There is a way to do it.
I think they got rid of that. They got rid of that law or whatever.
It's like a weird. Yeah, it's a weird law.
Yeah.
You can install firmware onto it, but like
I'm sure you can update the firmware in the camera, and the new ones don't do that anymore. But we're lazy.
I'm gonna sneeze.
Allergies getting to you a little bit.
Maybe. I don't know.
Are
Sure.
you excited for music again?
Yeah, I am. I think
Big music, not just small music.
big music, like pop style music,
Sure, or just like
more popular music.
yeah.
No.
Mm.
Like
I
yes, and
must
no.
say I'm fucking stoked for Dua Lipa's album to come out.
Really?
Yeah, I'm really excited.
What?
Well, I was just talking about this with somebody recently. I don't think Dua Lipa really says anything in her songs. Like, she's writing like pop music, bro.
Mhm.
But it's all so good, dude. Definitely like as far as like, oh shit, this is a bop. Like, catchy. I love the production on almost every single song. Sometimes I don't love like all of the melodies, but I'm not going to get into the nerdier stuff behind that. But like, I fucking love the genre and style of her music so much that Kevin Parker's all over the promo videos for this fucking album. So gotta support my boy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just stoked because I used to listen to her last album a lot. I mean, I kind of like fell out of it, but dude, yeah, like I was the person I was talking to, we were comparing her to Taylor Swift and their influences on like pop music.
Mm.
And I don't really fuck with Taylor Swift that much. I don't really like her music. A lot of it is either of a genre that I don't love, which is like her older music, which is the more like folky country stuff, which like I think are better written songs, but it's just not the type of music that I really enjoy. And then the newer stuff, it's like, I don't like to use the word cookie cutter because I probably can't fucking make a song as good as this shit that she puts out, but like it's very like generic, like meticulous pop music.
So
Hold on.
Oh.
But I will say that Taylor's lyrics, she's telling more stories and talking about more personal experiences, where it's like somebody like Dua Lipa is like talking about like just a general vibe, and it's like not really saying anything. It's just like, I'm levitating. What the fuck does that even mean? You know,
Yeah.
it's like but you know, so got to give it up to Taylor a little bit. Seems like the lyrics matter a lot to her, which is interesting. That's all I was saying. I was just comparing the two.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna use Taylor's to make a point about
No,
Dua Lipa.
no, I'm just comparing the two.
For me, I'm not necessarily. I've always, not always, but for a long time, I really appreciated pop music a lot, and I still do. And my favorite kinds of music were very singer, like it was songwriter, like based. Like when someone had like a really repeatable, catchy chorus, I was like, "Fuck, that's so cool," you know. And to use the word like cookie cutter, and I agree.
I didn't want to use that.
No, okay, I know, but like many people would describe some of the music that I really loved as like cookie cutter. John Mayer is a great example.
Yeah.
Like I loved and still do love John Mayer. And I still love that music, but right now for me, I'm a little bit more interested in the weirder side of music right now. And I just think that the weirder music, there's such a big audience for it now. Like, look at when we went to Desert Days. Like, Desert Days is the psych rock festival that has the music is fucking sick and it's strange and it's experimental. And you see thousands and thousands of people not only enjoying it, but knowing the scene like the back of their hand. Like, oh, yeah, we're going to go here, and then we're going to run over to Frankie the Witch Fingers, and then we're going to go see Chicano Batman. And
yeah,
it's like,
Just Desert Days was really small compared to a lot of festivals.
Yes, but like King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard is they're massive.
Yeah.
So like, I just see a lot of people really enjoying that stuff.
They are.
Look how big Clowncore is.
Dude.
Clowncore is the
get
shit.
Me started. All right, well, we should do music suggestions. But I agree with everything that you're saying.
My music suggestion is Clowncore because it's fucking awesome.
Everybody listen to Van and Toilet.
If you don't know about Clowncore, just go, just YouTube search Clowncore. It's so wild and it's so chaotic and so cool. And the fact that they're this popular, like, just proves that you can just be as creative as you can, and that creative energy, whether it will translate to people. People can really feel that, like, unencumbered, is that the word?
Yeah.
Unencumbered creative energy. And I think that really transcends. Man, I'm throwing out transcends. I lost it. I tried to use too many big words. Anyway, you know what I'm saying though? You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
It transcends just like the black and white of like, is this good? Is this not good?
Core.
People just will be attracted to it because on paper, Clowncore is a fucking ridiculous idea.
Yeah.
But it works because people are like, I don't know why, just fuck with this. It's so sick because they probably, one, think it's sick themselves, are having a blast doing it, and they're just fucking going for it.
Yeah, it's spiritual to me, man. I really think that like the creative and that's what I'm trying to do with my own music these days is like I'm not thinking about whether a song is good or not. I'm not because when I think is this good, to me that usually ends up being like, do other people think this is cool?
Yeah,
and
sends you down a bad path.
It does. So for me right now, my question to myself when I'm done writing is never, is this good? The question is, did I have fun making this? Did I, like, was this a pure creative expression? And if it was a pure creative expression, then I'm happy with it. So
Sick.
Obviously I think like, is this good or not? Because that's just naturally going to be in your head. But like when I'm like, okay, when I'm analyzing, quote unquote, but analyzing, you're not trying to analyze. You know what I'm saying? You guys get it. Or maybe you don't. Doesn't matter.
You guys get it.
You guys get it. Anyway.
You guys get it. We know you get it.
What's your music suggestion?
I got 3 songs. 2122 numbers. 2122 by Geese. It's fucking sick.
Geese, not Goose.
Geese.
You know Goose?
No.
They're like a jam. They're like, quote unquote, the new dead. They're like a new jam band. Anyway.
Can I play like a little bit of it or should I not?
Yeah, just do like 5 seconds.
I'm taking you down on the inside.
That's enough. Yeah.
They're fucking sick. Petroleum by Yard Act. Another fucking sick. Just weird shit. I don't know. And then this one's really exciting. It's a song called Heavy by a band called Sprints. All caps SPRINTS. And these are just fucking girls that fucking rock, dude. They're sick. Anyway.
That seems a little poppy for you, comparatively.
Sprints?
Yeah.
It's not. You just gotta listen to the whole thing. It's not poppy.
So we're allowed to play the songs as long as it's a review. I think a review is considered fair use. So rate all those songs.
I rate them all 9 out of 10.
There we go.
Every single one of them.
Cool.
Yeah, they're sick. Do you have anything?
Clowncore.
Oh right, Clowncore.
Clowncore. No, I don't really have many music. I haven't been listening to a lot of
newer stuff.
New music recently.
Yeah. Gotta slap the day list a little bit, bro. Like
Dude,
some songs.
I don't have headphones and my car doesn't have good speakers. And actually, just kidding. My car, I can't connect to the speakers. I have no way to do it.
That's rough. Okay.
Yeah, maybe you should burn me some CDs.
Everybody, we need 3 fans, 3 individual fans. We need an AirPod case and then 2 individual AirPods. 1 or 2 or 3 of you can all make that happen for David.
You don't
He
have to
doesn't
make that
listen to
happen.
music anymore. It's very sad.
I
Anyway,
listen to music.
he doesn't know what he's doing.
Goodbye, everybody.
If you made it this far, once again, please subscribe. We appreciate you. Today was a pretty good episode, I think.
I think.
Methinks.
Yeah.
Let us know if you enjoyed it.
No.
Or if you didn't.
Don't let us know.
We're never taking our shoes off again. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.